in the world is happening with Vashon Real Estate? This is wild to me. All right. If you've been well, first of all, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? What you're looking at here is the supply and demand graph for Vashon the last 5 years. Let's just get some history. The green is the number of listings that came to market in any given month. People said, hey, I want to sell my house. And blue is the demand, the number of people that said, hey, I'll buy a house any given month for the last 5 years. Supply, demand. Okay. So a couple of things that are interesting. First of all, if you've been tracking, you watch the King County update or Pierce or Kitsap update, you can see this is actually different. Vashon, and if you live here, you know, that's sort of a point of pride. Vashon's different. All right. How's it different? Well, the peak where we're at. So first of all, the peak on Vashon generally has last couple of years come later. The peak of supply comes later. This was August. You got to 19 last year. This was August again. You got to 23 in 2021. This is the first beginning of the pandemic. I'm not going to count that. This looks like it's earlier. Let's see. Come on. June, 22 houses. And this is also June, 29 houses. Okay. But where is this peak? Wait. We're up at 37 houses here. When is that peak? It's going to be June, July. This is generally the peak season. Okay. Regardless of whether my computer is getting it. But here's what's different about Vashon is that this number of May and 21 in May and 19 in June. First of all, that's odd that we peaked in May. It's also predictable if we get any kind of traditional season. June was really slow. We're going to get a bump up in July and August. We'll see if that happens. But that we peaked in May is unusual. That we're this close to last year is unusual in the region. Mostly we're 30% down. Here we're just a skosh off. Mostly we're 30% off in the region in terms of supply. Demand is pretty much the same, but we're looking at more supply relative to demand than any other area in the region. Now, compared to what was really happening here, there's not nearly enough supply. We're not getting these 30 houses that we were getting before the pandemic, which would be great to get 30 people to list their home in a month would be fantastic for us, but we just haven't come near that since the pandemic, since that first month of the pandemic. So what does that mean for you? Well, if you're selling and you have realistic attitude toward pricing, meaning you don't price it like it's 2019, 2020, you'll get multiple offers and you'll get your home sold in a week. Maybe 2 tops. Vashon, maybe a little bit slower, given people got to take a boat to get here to see it. But generally, especially if you're under median, if you're under this $700,000-$800,000 price point, it should go really quick. Okay. If you price it unrealistically, if you think you're going to take advantage of the market by jacking your price up, you're not going to get it done. People will let an overpriced house sit on Vashon. It's not a guarantee that your home's going to sell if you overprice it. And then you're going to wind up paying for it later. You're going to have to lower the price. If you have to sell, you're going to lower the price. The way any supply and demand market works. Price it like it's 2023, price it intelligently, and you should get it sold. Now, if you're buying, there's not a lot of older inventory available on the island, and because mostly people are pricing it well. So you're going to have a hard time. You're going to need to be fast. There are going to be multiple offers on any house. The further below median you get, and let's just double check what median is here. Whoops. Let's just quickly double check median price on Vashon, so I'm not talking. Let's go, buddy. Here we go. All right. Vashon Island. Median, 800,000. What did I say? Look how level that sales price is, too, by the way. That's wild. Pretty level. Now, why is it level? Because ratio of supply demand has been pretty consistent. That green gap has been pretty consistent. That's what's determining prices. So if you're pricing it below 800, you're going to get buyers much more quickly than over, just because of the interest rates and the affordability factor. And Vashon's also harder to predict because there's so much less data. This is not really, it's very hard to get a data sufficient set to make any kind of long-term guesses about what's happening. But given the last few years, we have seen peaks of inventory later in the summer. Let's see if that happens now. Certainly the dip between May and June is unusual. And let's see if that keeps up or if July is a rebound month for us in terms of inventory. And let's watch what happens. If you're looking to buy or looking to sell on Vashon and you want some guidance about that, that's what I'm here for. I would love to help you with that. My name's Aaron Hendon. I work with Christine and Company over at eXp Realty. I'm happy to help you with any of your buying or selling questions. Let me know what I can do for you. Make sure you share this, like it, subscribe, and I will talk to you next month. Party on, Wayne.